As of today, I have been on GLP-1 for a full 5 months. And today I'm going to talk about my journey, what I've learned so far, and how it's going. Let's talk about the numbers first. So my highest number was this past November, and I got up to 290. I'm only 5'2", so that is a lot of weight on my short, little, petite stature. I got lightheaded when I saw that number. I was in such shock. I did have issues with the scale because I was so scared to get on it, but when I finally did and saw that number, I went into a tailspin. This was panic mode. This was all of it. That number was just so much. So in November, I've been somebody who's been on keto on and off for about 12 years. And then I was on carnivore for a little bit. So that's what I did. I went back to keto, and from November to January 29th, when I started my GLP-1, I lost 7 pounds. So I went from 290 to 283. So I started my GLP-1 weighing 283. 5 months later to today, I have lost 41.2 pounds on GLP-1 for a total of 48.2 pounds altogether. I'm a hair away from 50 pounds lost. And to me, that is incredible. I feel like, I'll throw some pictures up. I feel like in pictures, you kind of can't tell. Just think about 50 pounds of potatoes, just holding 50 pounds. I cannot hold 50 pounds of potatoes. That is a lot of potatoes. And since I already started to talk about potatoes, I'm going to just tell you a little story. So when I lost my first 20 pounds, I went to Costco and I was standing by the potatoes. And I picked up a bag of 10-pound potatoes, and then I picked up a second bag of potatoes. If I wasn't in public, I would have cried. And I'm holding these potatoes. They were so heavy. And you're standing there, you're like, I lost this. This was on my body. Like if I put these potatoes on my shoulders, there I am at, 283 pounds. It was so surreal how much the 10 pounds is, my friends. Just pick something up that's 10 pounds and imagine it on top of you. Just that weight. And to think that I lost 50 pounds. Mentally, I'm going through things. I'm trying to adjust. 50 pounds on someone who's as big as I was is not as noticeable. I don't know if people, notice. But in that token, that takes it to my non-scale victory, because this week someone saw me in church. She was an older lady, so it's not like she was going to lie to me or try to encourage me. She was seriously, she's like, you look amazing. You look like you lost so much weight. And that made me feel so wonderful, because I knew that it was coming from a very sincere heart. I knew it was coming with love and honesty. I appreciated her saying that so much. My friends, this is not a journey that people are like, oh, I lost 70 pounds in 5 months. I lost 20 pounds in 5 months. Everyone loses a different amount. Everyone's going through journey. Everyone's trying to adjust. Everyone is trying to do their best on this medicine. They're trying to do the best with their eating habits, with their lifestyle, trying to adjust to everything, and that's okay, my friends. And while the numbers kind of look like they're going down, my friends, it's like this. While it's going down, it's a little bit of a roller coaster going down, and that's all right. And if I have a stall, I have a stall. Do I address it right away? No, because we eat a little bit something salty and we get on the scale and the scale is up, but it's not a big deal. All I know right now is I'm doing my best. The first thing that happened that first week was incredible. I have been struggling with my high blood pressure for a very, very long time. About 3-4 days into after I took my shot, so it was like Monday or Tuesday, I felt really, really bad in the middle of the night. And I woke up. Oh my goodness, my friends, you should have seen this picture. I was bawling 3 o'clock in the morning, because if you've dealt with high blood pressure your whole life, I'm talking about 200 over like 130 as your normal blood pressure without medicine. That's insane. I'm crying. I'm going to my husband's office where the blood pressure cuff is, trying to calm down to take this blood pressure, because I thought that my blood pressure was through the roof. That's it. I can't take the medication anymore. And I'm like, this GLP-1 thing was my only, kind of like my last saving grace with this weight loss war that I've been fighting since I was 12. I'm sitting there, I'm crying, I'm trying to calm down, taking my blood pressure. All of a sudden, it was fast, I'm like, why was it so fast? I look, my friends, it was 90 over 60. And I realized that what happened was GLP-1 has lowered my blood pressure, plus I was on the highest dose of my blood pressure medication, the highest dose available. I was on a extremely high dose of blood pressure medication. So now I'm taking my blood pressure medication, taking my GLP-1, and that lowered my blood pressure extremely. Since that day, I've taken the medication a few times, but not at the same dose. I took like half of it, because when I get sick and my sinuses get stuffy, my blood pressure can go up. So I took it, I want to say maybe 3 times altogether in these 5 months versus daily the full dose. I took like half of it. With that whole mental thing, I just realized I still have my blood pressure medication in my purse, because in case of emergency, sometimes you don't know when, even though you're on medication, the blood pressure can spike. So I always had extra medication in my purse, and I still do, because I still have that fear that it's going to spike. I don't think it will, but I don't think that's leaving my purse anytime soon, and I don't care. That's kind of my safety blanket, because blood pressure was such a big deal in my life before GLP-1. The other thing is inflammation, my friends. I didn't know the inflammation can make this much of a difference. The reduction of inflammation on GLP-1 was more than the reduction of inflammation when I was on keto or carnivore. And I am not knocking that diet. Please don't get me wrong, because if it wasn't for keto, if it wasn't for carnivore, I don't even know where I would be today. I feel like it helped me regulate my blood pressure to an extent, definitely. It helped me live a little better, but the problem with that is I still had food noise. I still, if I wanted a piece of cake, it would just break my diet for months, and then it's a hard journey starting back up. Now, if you're somebody who has willpower that's metal and you can just do that right away, that is amazing, and that is awesome. But that's not the case with me, or it wasn't. Even though I tried, I was like, it's okay, I'll be okay, I'll just restart on Monday. It was like months later. The reason I really started GLP-1 is we moved to this house, and I love the house, but it was a 2-story house. I was like, we just moved in, I cannot walk up the stairs. I would walk down the stairs kind of, I don't know how to explain it, without bending, trying not to bend my knees, because my knees were so inflamed I couldn't walk down the stairs. So I tried, like, if I'm going downstairs, okay, everything I need, I'm going downstairs. If I'm going upstairs, I tried not to go back and forth, because it was just so painful. And as somebody who worked in surgery, I was a surgical tech for 9 years. I knew where this was leading, where all this knee crackling, all of that, I knew where it was leading. And I was terrified. All of a sudden, I'm walking up the stairs, I'm walking down the stairs with no issues in my house. I had energy to work out, energy to walk more. I wanted to walk further and further and further, just because my energy was so, I felt so good in my skin. I felt like I can move my arms better, my legs better. I can just move in general so much better after that inflammation went down. When it comes to the gym, I love going to the gym. I really do. And in the beginning, I was going to the gym 3 times a week. In between, I would walk a lot. And I would walk daily. I still walk daily. It's just on gym days, I would walk a little less. Now I'm going to the gym about once or twice a week. And then I work out at home. My husband got me a set of free weights. So I'm starting to work out at home a little bit. I feel better working out at home. If I wanted to do a class, that's a little different, but all of these machines that people are touching, I'm learning that I'm starting to be like a germaphobe or something, because all I'm doing at the gym right now is I feel like I'm focusing on wiping before, wiping after, just wiping machines and wiping. That's all I'm doing. I'm starting to think of maybe doing some sort of a gym thing at home. But right now I'm going to start with free weights. I found somebody really amazing on YouTube that I kind of like working with, starting to do her workouts, and I'm feeling good. I'm still getting my resistance in because of the free weights, and I'm enjoying it. It's fun. That is what I'm doing as far as workouts. And the fact that I said that I'm enjoying it, that's another GLP-1 win, because when have I ever said that I enjoyed working out? Never, my friends, never. I'm in my mid-40s. I've never said that. So this is a new thing. It's a good thing. And I think it's because of the inflammation that was taken away. I just have this energy and I want to work out, and I'm excited to work out because I know that I'm going to feel better after I work out. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Last thing I'm going to do is question of the week from you guys. And this one asks, is it true that with GLP-1 you lose more muscle than fat? I'm not going to give you medical advice, but I'm going to tell you what happened to me. And let me tell you, when I did work out at the gym, I was not doing that bodybuilding stuff. I was doing my best. How much I can crank up the little thing, that's what I was doing. I was not working on becoming a bodybuilder. I was doing my best. So when I started on GLP-1, not at 290, I started at 283 on GLP-1. I had 18.4% of muscles. That's 52 pounds of my body was muscles. Right now at 241.8, I went from 18.4 to 25% muscle. So my muscle did not go down. My muscle, my skeletal muscle actually went up. I'm using a smart scale for this. And don't forget, when you're as big as I was, just walking, we are working out because we are carrying that weight. I was carrying, when I started, I was carrying those 48 pounds on me. That was, just imagine, 2 bags carrying those. I was carrying that. And having to lose another 100 pounds, I'm carrying that as I'm walking. And it's fun, and I'm enjoying the fresh air, especially in the morning. The birds are singing like crazy around here. So when it comes to this question of losing more fat than muscle, that's definitely not the case, because I gained muscle during my 5 months on this journey, and that is pretty amazing. In the comments below, let me know if you have a non-scale victory or a victory in general. I have been hearing so many beautiful stories from you, my friends. Keep on going, keep on sharing, because you're encouraging me and you're encouraging others who are reading these comments. Thank you so much for being with us, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye, my friend. Mwah.